How much does a football club earn from a player's shirt sales? In summer of 2016, two big names arrived at Old Trafford: Zlatan Ibrahimovic on a free transfer and Paul Pogba from Juventus on a British record transfer fee of 105 million euros. Both came on high wages, and Pogba's transfer fee became a huge point of debate, which kind of never left. But with high cost in terms of wages and transfer fees, these players were also coming with their brand value and their own fan base, which would help in more revenue generation through these big names, including shirt sales. This led to a thought process that when a football club makes a marquee signing, they make windfall money just from shirt sales. And fair to say, this understanding developed largely from these transfers. There were even news or rumors, whatever you want to consider them, that Manchester United had generated a whopping £190 million just from Pogba's shirt sales, which means they have already recovered his entire transfer fees from shirt sales. But did they really earn this much or anywhere close? The short answer is no. And it's because of the two reasons. Firstly, Manchester United's total shirt sales in 2016-17 was 2.85 million, which was the highest among all the football clubs and accounted for shirt sales revenue of over 200 million euros, or approximately 190 million pounds. But it was the shirt sales revenue of the entire team and not just one player. Although Pogba's shirt sales did contribute heavily to their record sale, it was still not enough to cover his entire transfer fee. And even if his shirt sales had alone exceeded 100 million euros, it still could not cover his transfer fee, which leads us to our reason number 2. The clubs do not get the entire profit on shirt sales. They do not even get half of the retail price of a shirt, and generally it's between 7.5 to 15% of the retail price. So saying that a club earns such a hefty amount of money from shirt sales for any of their players is not more than a myth. But how much does a football club actually earn from shirt sales? The average price of an English football club's shirt, especially a Big Six side, is somewhere around 80 to 90 euros, and their shirt sales are in the range of 1 to 3 million, but the significant chunk of their revenue from shirts does not come directly from sales. Instead, a fixed annual payment plus a minor percentage of commission they receive from kit providers during the period of the contract. In exchange for this payment, the kit providers like Adidas, Nike and Puma get the licensing rights to manufacture and sell the shirts and have their logos on these shirts. This license gives them full control over the sale of shirts and a much higher share of revenue, which is generally 80 to 90% of the retail price of a shirt. Take a hypothetical example. There is a deal between Manchester United and Adidas. Manchester United receives a fixed annual payment of 60 million plus 10% commission on each sale. It sells 2 million shirts in a season with a retail price of 100 euros. In this case, Manchester United will receive a total of 80 million, 60 million fixed and 20 million in commissions for 20% of 200 million generated from shirt sales. Adidas, on the other hand, will receive the licensing rights to manufacture and sell all the United shirts with their logo and name, which will give them a gross revenue of 180 million from sales, revenue not profit, and reaching a huge audience which can help in additional sales. In hindsight, Adidas looks like a winner from this deal, and this raises the question of why these clubs just receive such a small share, considering the fixed sum also includes sponsorship money. And why don't they make shirts themselves and get any other sponsor that may give them higher revenue, or just agree to a deal with substantially higher commissions and less fixed sum? Well, it's because they are not in the business of manufacturing and selling kits, while companies like Nike and Adidas are kings of this industry. They have the capacity, competence, connections, and risk appetite to handle the entire process, starting from manufacturing the kit to make the final sale to customer. This includes manufacturing, storage, distribution, marketing and promotion, taxes, meeting quality standards, and complying with different laws and regulations of respective countries, addressing issues of customers, and after all this, keeping a profit margin. They don't even do all of these things themselves and get many of them outsourced. For example, selling shirts through local distributors and e-commerce operators like Amazon. That's why, while they get 80 to 90% of the share of revenue from these shirt sales, they bear all associated costs and ensure everything is in place. Let's say a shirt is selling for 80 euros by Nike. The breakup of the cost would broadly include percentage of commission to club, salary or payment for manufacturing of shirts, administrative costs, payment to distributors, expenses on marketing and promotion, payment to online and physical sales partners, other costs or provisions, and taxes. After all this, what remains is the net profit in the hands of Nike. The club is just involved in some regular promotional activities with their players and letting kit providers use their logo on its shirts. In return, they get these 30, 70 or 80 millions without having to worry about manufacturing these many shirts or meeting any sales target. Companies like Nike and Adidas, on the other hand, earn from net profits, and the sponsorships help them to increase the sales of their other products in addition to the shirts of those football clubs. Apart from the right to use their logos and sell shirts, promotion of the shirts also do not involve much cost for kit providers. as it is mainly the club and the player who attract the maximum number of buyers for these shirts. This way the deal is win-win for both the clubs and the kit providers, generally speaking. Of course, in many big signings, the club can miss out on incremental revenue, but they also safeguard themselves from any risk of not selling enough shirts to cover their targets, because both situations happens a lot. For instance, when Cristiano Ronaldo came back to Manchester United in 2021, despite his record shirt sales, Manchester United just received £5 on each sale. Similarly, the kit providers are also at the risk of not being able to earn enough profit, or in some cases even recovering the full cost involved. But for these companies, this is still just a part of their humongous business, and I'm not talking about a single club shirt sale, but all the clubs they have deals with, because that's also just one segment for giants like Nike and Adidas, who you see in almost every sport in anything related to any sports kit. While the club's annual revenue from shirt deals does not depend much on shirt sales, current brand value, estimated sales numbers, and fan bases all are factored in when these deals are agreed upon. Because of that, all clubs have some variation in their deals depending on their current situation and their unfavorable advantage. Bayern Munich, for instance, is partially owned by Adidas, so they could be getting more leverage in comparison to Adidas deals with other clubs. Their current deal with Adidas, which is till 2030, gives them £65 million annually. Manchester United have a 10-year deal worth of £750 million with Adidas. This gives them €75 million annually, plus a minor percentage of commission on sales, which is less than 10%, while some reported it to be around 7.5% per shirt sales. But even that's not straight cash. The extra commission is contingent on the total number of shirt sales exceeding 1 million in a season. The commission amounts are low because United is still getting 75 million, which is higher than any other club in the Premier League. And United also tops the list of shirts sale by a club almost every year, resulting in a huge windfall for Adidas. In 2022, 3.5 million shirts were sold, not to mention the audience Adidas is getting for their other product offering. No matter how bad they have been on the pitch for almost a decade now, the brand Manchester United still sits right on the top. Liverpool is one of the exceptional cases where they have agreed fixed amount of £30 million, but the commission is 20% per shirt sale, which is quite higher than usual. In 22-23, this gave them a total income of £70 million from fixed £30 million plus 20% commission on sales amounting to £40 million. A distinction here is that this 20% commission is not based on any limit, which means Liverpool will earn 20% on each shirt sales starting from the first shirt. Opposite of their previous deal with New Balance, where the fixed sum was £45 million, but their commission was 10% and started after 1 million shirts were sold. Chelsea struck an impressive 15-year deal with Nike in 2016, known as another Marina Masterclass, which gives them $60 million annually. Real Madrid and FC Barcelona, being the two biggest clubs in the world, also have two of their most lucrative deals when it comes to shirt sales. Real Madrid's current deal with Adidas gives them around 140 million, and Barca on the other hand earn approximately 155 million euros annually. A difference here is that in the case of these two clubs, the figures are determined after merchandising is factoring in. Other big clubs like Arsenal, City, Juventus and PSG also have similarly very lucrative deals with assured annual payments and a minor percentage on shirt sales. While some clubs are moving towards opting for more portion of their income depending upon shirt sales to recoup a larger sum in their hand, the perception of clubs recovering transfer fees from shirt sales still remains just a myth, and will likely be just stories without any basis whenever a big name joins a football club and the rumored income for clubs from these shirt sales. And this is one of the excuses I use to my non-Chelsea fan friends when they tease me for our poor form and Todd Bowley splashing the cash to buy every player under the age of 25 years. Alright, that's all for this video. Hope you liked it. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments and any topic or story you want me to cover in future videos. Don't forget to subscribe for upcoming football videos, and please click on like button and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Bye.